start my recording on my side to make sure that recording goes. And everyone, for those of you that are wondering who John Limbacher is, it's actually a very good friend of mine who has been in the SEO industry probably about as long as I have, if not longer. That's 13, 14, 15 years. And we share a GoToWebinar account. And when I set up this webinar, I forgot to put my name, change that stuff. So when you see John, it's really Todd. So I just want to be clear about that. And I think everyone can see our screen now.
Oh, great.
Correct. Everybody's on. Everybody's good. I can see it. Looks really clear. Okay, Steve, I will let you continue on.
Okay, cool. So, just a very quick reminder, guys. Mobile Geddon right now is hitting hard. One of the things I've noticed, though, is that some people out there, they've been so focused on social media, okay? They've actually forgotten about Google. They didn't worry about Mobile Geddon. They thought, hey, you know what? Mobile traffic's not that important. Now, if you live in the US, if you live in Canada, if you live in the UK, and a lot of other places, as you know, mobile usage now is getting up to 50%. Some places a little lower, some places a little higher. But you think about local businesses, you're going to a restaurant, you pull out that cell phone, and I want something to eat. Well, what's close by? We all do it all the time, so it's no surprise that happens. So many businesses caught unaware. You can have a look on forums, as we said before, on a lot of forums, social sites for business owners. There's a lot of fear out there. There are also a section of business owners, as I've discovered, who are just realizing now, a couple of weeks after Mobile Geddon, they're like, oh, why's my traffic gone down? Oh, I thought getting a tweet was enough. I thought getting a share was enough, that kind of thing. So there are some people who've been so on the social bandwagon, that's important, but they've forgotten or didn't realize just how important mobile had become. And as we know, last time this happened, there was a lot of opportunity. Many people got burned. And I hate to remind you of this, I kind of think that, we've probably got 6 months to a year to establish ourselves doing this kind of thing, because I used to sell SEO. I used to run a web design and SEO agency, started sort of 2006, 2007 with my business partner, Eddie James, which I said my business partner in that. And what we discovered was it became harder and harder to sell SEO. And we were actually getting clients who'd had bad SEO done and it had ruined their sites. Sort of the whole thing, the menu at the bottom of the screen, and had just been spammed with keywords, all that kind of awful stuff. So basically, we've got a lot of opportunity now, but what that means is we need to get up to speed with Cloud Prospect Machine as fast as possible, and get out there, connect with people, and profit and also help people as well. I think this is a great opportunity because you can do both. So you already know all of this. But what you might not know, guys, okay, I don't know if hopefully you're logging into Cloud Prospect Machine all the time. Have you seen how many updates Todd has done? Todd and his team have done an amazing, amazing job of updating. So I think you kind of made the right choice with this. Can you hear me okay, Todd?
I can. I was going to say, yeah, you're absolutely right. We put out a ton of work and a ton of new updates in the last week. Yeah.
I personally have had some great feedback on what you guys have done.
Yeah, and we got a lot of really good ideas from a lot of the users too. I was like, oh yeah, that does make it easier. And then of course I would get on to Branko and not get on to him, but I would say, hey, what do you think about doing this? And what do you say, Branko?
Hey, hello guys.
What do you say? Not a problem.
Yeah, of course. Never a problem.
Okay, Steve, carry on.
You guys, like say, are just people, as happens with anything. When you introduce it to people, I've found this with stuff I've created, you don't know every way people are going to use it, but you guys were just on it so fast, doing these updates, reworking things. I was just blown away, and I know a lot of people who signed up were as well. I think that's really, really sort of really impressive. I'm just actually looking down here at the Who Is stuff. Just so much stuff you guys have done. It's amazing. I couldn't actually fit it all on my screen, by the way, guys. And I thought, do I really want to put people through this many slides? But if you've not seen already, actually log in, just see what's going on. I know most of you will have already seen this, but and by the way, guys, if you do like everything that Todd's been doing and the team, let them know. Okay, post in the message box. I think it's really important to support people who actually create great products and actually listen and basically respond to what we want. You don't get that really too often anymore. Pretty important. So like I say, my hats off to you, Todd, and your team. You've done a really, really good job Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to Todd in a second so he can give you a live demo, take you through stuff. But we're also going to be having a Q&A session, so get your sales questions ready for me, okay? Todd's your technical expert guy. I'll be talking about offline stuff. So Todd, if you're ready, can I begin the handover to you?
Sure thing, Steve.
Right, let me just exit out. I'm just going to swap the screen back to you if I can remember how to do this. Okay, think I've done that right, Todd, but just let me know.
Okay, I believe I have the controls now.
Yeah, I can see your account there. That all looks good to me. So I'll let you take it away from here, Todd.
Okay, great. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming. Steve, thank you so much for that introduction and everything. Branko is on the line with me as well as Marco and a couple of other of our members of our team. Another Marco and another Nicola are standing by as well. And really, we don't have like a set agenda for exactly, I could certainly go over some of the things that I've already been over in the video, but then again, I'm sure most of you have probably already watched all those videos, so me replaying a video or doing the same set of things that I did in the video already might be a little bit too redundant, so I really want to open it up to more of a Q&A session here where you guys ask me some questions, and me and Branko and the rest of the guys will see about answering them, or if you've got any new ideas that we can discuss openly, that we can talk about implementing to make the tool that much better. That's kind of how I want to make this go today. So go ahead and start asking any questions that you like. I'll be looking over them. If there's just any simple one-answer questions, simple questions, some of the guys will probably answer you in chat. If I see a question that I can answer via a tutorial about demonstrating on how some of this stuff works, that I'll do that as well. I'll probably just be hitting a couple of other tools as well. Oh, by the way, I'm just sitting here looking at this. I actually have logged into my account of the Search Engine Command Center, and so it's going to look different than your actually what you're seeing probably, because what you guys have is but what you guys have is kind of a smaller version of the Search Engine Command Center. What you guys have is basically the lead finding mechanisms inside of the Search Engine Command Center. The SEO Command Center also has a lot of other tools within it that allow us to do all the other SEO things like ranking websites, building websites, tracking their powers. I'll probably get into those later on, but don't let those things bother you. I still have the mobile tools right here, as you can see, mobile prospector, mobile site builder, and then of course a mobile friendly test. I also have the site auditor here and the on-page SEO scanner here, and I also have local lead tools, which is the Yellow Pages lead finder and the local listing analysis. And those are the tools that most of you guys probably have. Some of you may not have the Yellow Page lead finder. That was on the back end of the sales funnel during the launch. We will provide a way for you to get this later on if you want to. So, and the rest of these things, don't worry about them right now, but later on we might get into a few of them. So, that being said, let's get into a few questions here. I'm gonna briefly go over these. Branko, if you see anything in here that you think I should demo, then let's do that right now. I see a question right here that we're addressing. Says, what about Amazon SES? And what Amazon SES is a very good question, and I want you to know right now that we are going to implement that. Ain't that right, Nicola?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is in the works. And what that is basically another way to send emails. And that's kind of the, probably the hardest thing about the entire system is getting the emails. First of all, finding the emails, and second of all, is delivering them. But we have implemented a lot of different solutions of getting these email addresses for these particular domains using various techniques. And the second hardest thing, obviously, is getting the mail out due to all the email filters, and you know how it goes. If you've tried this, then you know that sometimes your email ends up in your inbox, sometimes it ends up in your spam folder, and sometimes it doesn't end up anywhere at all. But what we've done here is over the course of the week, we have already added Mailgun yesterday. We implemented SendGrid today. Okay, SendGrid is one that's very good, but the one thing you need to know about SendGrid is you need to go ahead and build like a corporate mobile website, so to speak, some sort of like SEO agency website. And guys, it's real simple to do that for about $50 or less. You can find a theme for either free or for $20, and then spend $25 on some graphics on Fiverr. And then make it like, contact me for any, it doesn't have to be, this huge, complicated technical website. Just a basic, here's who I am, here's what I do, contact me for a quote. And you're going to need something like that to work with SendGrid because they're going to look. And also, Amazon SES is going to look as well. Okay, so make sure. Yeah, and I just got reminded that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can. They can actually get SendGrid accounts for free and get 400 emails per day.
Right. Yeah, I just saw that message there. I wasn't sure on the amount, but in all actuality, all of these systems that we've added, they all have a free account. And I know with Mandrill, we've already starting to see some accounts getting suspended and delivery's not there and that thing. And one of the things that they really, really watch out for is the free accounts, because when they offer something for free, it attracts all the spammers who think they're gonna launch 12,000 emails a day and never get caught, but they get caught immediately. And that's one of the things that when you get a free account, it's kind of like, well, you're going to be under the microscope from the get-go. So, and I'm not telling you that you should pay for it, but I am telling you that if you do pay them, you're going to get away with a lot more. You understand what I'm saying? Does everyone kind of get that? I mean, it pays, you got to pay to play a little bit, I mean, you can't get everything for free. I mean, I pay for Aweber. I wish we could pump people into Aweber, but we just can't, right? And I actually have a paid Mailgun account too. So, you might want to just find the one that works best for you. And then, they have like $10 a month accounts, something real small. But if you pay them, you are going to get away with, a lot more than if you're free. Okay. Guarantee you with Mandrill that if you paid them, they're going to let you mail what we're mailing, because we're not just spamming business owners CPA offers. Okay, what we're doing is sending them an actual problem that they need to solve in order to, keep their website from being penalized by Google and never getting any traffic. Okay, so Amazon SES is coming. Nicola's working on that as we speak. And so, but remember, in order to set up SES, they're going to want to see your corporate website. They're going to make sure you're really legit. Okay, so that's all I want to say about the mailing situation. But again, this is the hardest part of the whole thing. Okay, it's getting the mail out, getting it delivered, getting it their inbox. Now, I'm pretty sure I did a video on this, but I'm going to hit it again. Guys, if you can't get someone's email and you can't mail them, watch how easy this is. Let me load up one of my profiles. Okay, profile loaded because it turned blue. Now I'm going to hit the orange right here. Now it's going to load up this, and the reason why you want to hit the orange one is because it gives you the actual link to the report. Oh, and guys, by the way, one of the problems in the templates is this needs to be underscore. Man, everybody's already downloaded those templates, but client website, there has to be an underscore in it. I keep forgetting to save mine down below. But client underscore website, you got to put the underscore in there, and someone mentioned that, and I noticed it too. So anyway, so you take that, you copy it, close that down, and then hit these buttons right here. And you're going to open up typically if there's a contact page with the form on it. Now this one doesn't. This one is not even a real valid. Got to go hit. Let's see what this one. Plumbers, Houston, Texas, right there. We do a crawl of each site, and we hit their contact form. And how easy is this? Boom. And usually, if you got something like that, I mean, everything automatically comes out, and then paste in your message. Now, I don't recommend pasting in 10 paragraphs to your link right there. I suggest saying, hey, man, do you know you have a problem with your website? Google's about to penalize you. Check out your report. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. I know you're busy. Be cool about it, and hit that contact form, and don't be spammy at all. Then, you're going to reach a lot of people like right away. In some instances, I think hitting that contact form is better than trying to email them. But I suggest you do it both. I know email's faster and more automated, but don't be shy against that new piece we put in right there. That contact us. Everybody see that? Okay, cool. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Gilbert. Thanks, Jim. Yeah. So, there's a lot of ways. There's two different ways there to contact these folks, and they know they need it. I mean, if you just point out, hey, you're not mobile friendly, bro, you're going to lose your traffic. They're going to thank you for it. So that's what I mean by we're not spamming people. You know what I mean? It's spamming them whenever you pop them in and go, hey, need some insurance? I know you do because you're human. Click here. That's spamming. Yeah, Wayne, it only appears if our spider found, the word contact or the word contact us. You can still visit the site, like TexasQualityPlumbing.com right here. You can still visit the site, obviously, and maybe sometimes these types of menus. See this right here? See, this is this funky JavaScript. I don't know what you call this exactly, but sometimes spiders can't traverse that link down to contact us. So if it doesn't have one, you can go there, and lo and behold, this one does. But the reason why our spider didn't find it is because it has this this flash style drop down. Nicola or Marco, if you could explain a little bit more, maybe we don't need an explanation, but maybe if you could go to this site, Texas Quality Plumbing, and find out what type of language they're using to display this drop down and why our spider did not catch that, that'd be great, because it is here, but it's not being shown here, right? It's not being shown here. So, and I've noticed that before too. It's just because it's this funny flash-driven drop-down menu. So we'll work on that, and we'll make this better and better whenever we notice it. We can pretty much do anything. All right, let's get to some other questions here. Are there any demo websites that are already created for us to show as part of our mobile website profile to the potential clients? Well, yeah, there's actually a lot of templates if you go over here to the mobile site builder. I'm not sure how many folks have already logged in here. Maybe we'll go over here in a second. But there's a lot of templates that are already over there for all kinds of local services. I mean, it's just as simple as changing a few of the tabs, a few of the entries from dummy stuff to like a real fake name. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna open up this beer. No, it's not beer. I was kidding. Just a drink. So but yeah, go over here. And guys, this is another thing we did. I'm sure everybody already knows that we added this new mobile command center over here, and this is the way it works. You log in, This is one of my test accounts right here. You can add a mobile site, okay, and put it all in there. Create a site from a template. So here's the templates I was talking about. So if you want to create a demo site, pick one. It's already done. All you have to do is change the words on it. Here's a plumbing site right here. Select it. I mean, these are good. These are good. There's your demo site right there. It's already even got, I mean, I would probably make that a little bit, you know, don't make it look so demo-y-ish, right? You know, but there's very little that you have to change. Very little that you have to change and edit this up. And then you can launch it as a demo site. It's gonna end up on my URL. If you don't pay to activate it within 2 weeks, you know, I mean, it's gonna be on my demo. It's gonna be on my URL at first, or you can activate it. And you know, we try to make this as inexpensive as possible. Pretty darn cheap. It's $5 a website per month. You should be charging $25 a month for each mobile site. So that's really good return on investment. Can we send to and save the fax numbers? This must be, no, I don't see your name here, but you're maybe the guy that I've seen a support question about. I don't, you know, fax numbers, I guess one of the things, Branko, talk to me.
Hello?
Yeah, talk to me for a second here. So what I'm kind of getting a feel for is some people are looking to save more data about each of these companies. And right now, as you can see, the only data that we're picking up is the URL and the email. You know, that's the only thing we're scraping. And then we're generating the report. You know, we're not getting business name here. The one thing that where's the title box? Is this the title? Okay. Now, here's we started grabbing site title too. And with site title, we're looking for business name, right? So Texas Quality Plumbing. Now, then what we want to try and do is, okay, now we want to build more information about this URL, the company name, the fax number, the phone number, the mailing address, all of these things. Well, we don't have it right here, right now. But you could take this name, okay, Houston Plumbers, that's SEO'd. That's not the real name. You'd have to go to their website and get the actual business name. And then you could feed this. I've done some experimenting with this already, and I haven't found a real good way of going from URL to all the information that we're talking about, but I'm still working on that. I think I may have found a way to maybe tap into Google's API using Google My Business and pull back some relevant information. Now, is it going to match up 100% of the time? I don't know. I don't think so, but it's going to be close. It's not going to be 100%. But what I think, one of the things that we want to try and do is save, like right now we're saving emails with this URL. Correct, Branko? So I think what we're wanting to do now is perhaps down here in this section, maybe put in business name, mailing address, phone number, fax number. None of it's mandatory, but as you get it, we add it, and it adds it to that URL. Is that what I'm hearing? So, so Branko, my question to you is how easy would it be to go ahead and add some additional fields for this record and save it to pull it back up in the future? So, for instance, if I went back to, you know, say I edited that up and added some information, and then I went to my roofers in McKinney, Texas search, and then I selected all my sites, and then I selected here to generate the reports again, then I would see the information that I've currently added about that site right around in here. Is that something we can do?
Yeah, of course. We already have plans for that.
Okay, good. I know we talked about it a little bit, but the fax number question brought it up to me again because the guy, somebody's always wanting to email them and fax them a printout of their, which is a great idea, actually. I actually had an idea where I wanted to feed this information into a mailing system that takes an image of their website along with a flyer that you put in a large envelope that costs you a little bit more money than 32 cents. You know, it's more like $1.50 per send, you know. Send out 100 of them for $150, but they're in those real nice, like FedEx style looking packages that you know the boss is going to open. You know, that would be great. I'm getting a lot of wows on that. Yeah, I'm actually looking to do that. But again, the first thing I got to do is figure out how to reverse engineer this URL into valid data, right? That's the tricky part right there. Is taking this URL and feeding it into, I think we could maybe feed it into some of our other systems, but they're over here on the left-hand side. Feed that into some of our other systems and then retrieve all of that info and then pump that up to, you know, export it to a CSV or automatically API it into a mailing system that, like I said, mails out those big, really important, you know, if you know the ones that say, you know, authorized, you know, person can open this only, otherwise it's a $500 fine. Those are great. Okay. All right. Sorry, y'all. I get to rambling. We're 33 minutes into this. I don't want to dwell on things too much, but those are some of the things that are coming. Gosh, let me see here. If anyone has like a seriously technical problem, technical message, something you don't really understand, and I already missed the question, I'm scrolling up now, but there's just like a lot of different kinds of comments. Here's one. Can you run through how to use the profile feature on the website? I'm not totally how I should be using that yet. Okay. Profiles are down here, guys. And what we've done here is if you, everybody comes with five right here. You can download these email templates. Okay. And each of these templates will help you craft, you know, sort of a non-spammy, non-salesy pitch to these potential targets that, you know, basically, you know, don't be an arse about mailing them, right? You know, just be cool. Hey, man, I know you're busy, but dude, you gotta check out your site. It's not mobile friendly, and Google don't like that. And, you know, you're sitting on page 2 or page 3, well, you're going to go down from there. I mean, you're never going to get that traffic. Or if you're already on page 1, man, you're in for a world of hurt. So that's what these templates are for. And the way we use our profiles is that you really want to kind of design it kind of specifically to that industry. Hey, man, I was checking out all of the, you know, the swimming pool developers in your community, and, you know, some of them are mobile friendly, and I noticed that, you know, you're not mobile friendly and you're not going to be able to compete with these guys. So you can use that. You can use it in that way, or you can also use it in a way that is like, you know, the cool man approach, like I kind of just did a second ago, or you can do the real professional approach and kind of mix it up and kind of see what gives you a better response. Right? And then the profiles are so you don't have to continuously fill in all the blanks all the time, right? You just pop in a profile, just click the button, and then there you go. And if you don't like that one, you just click another one, and it changes. Now, most of these are clones. Someone asked for the ability to clone. So now if you just click clone this profile, it creates another one and puts a little timestamp on it. But you get another one here that you can come in here and edit and change the message. Also, guys, how many of you guys have seen the YouTube URL? I kind of close it up a little bit, but the button turns it on, and we added some more verbiage here for more understanding. I highly recommend that you use some sort of YouTube video to get the message across right away when they click on their link to open their site. They need to understand the magnitude of this problem. So this is really important to have. It would also be great if it was you behind the camera going, hey, you know, thanks for reading my email. Thanks for checking this out. I want you to see this or that. So a personal video would be incredible, or a news style video like I've got here. I've got an example one. You can also click there and go pick your own. So Profiles are just used, again, to be for a different niche or niche, or a different style of trying to get people to check out your link, contact you, and get to know you. So that's how we use profiles. You're going to have to experiment with what gets the mail delivered the best for you. Mandrill, Mailgun, SendGrid, Custom SMTP. We're also adding Amazon SES. One of the things that does trip mail filters is the content. Don't ever use the word free. Don't ever use the word money. There's a lot of spam words out there. And you can actually test your mail for test. I don't know I forgot what it's called. There's some tools out there. Test for spamminess. Forgot what it's called. Spam Assassin has a newsletter spam test right there. I mean, it doesn't take long to find a free tester. Right there, test the spamminess of your emails. Hit that nail on the head, didn't I? So, create your message and then test it for spamminess, and you'll get a score. And obviously, you don't want to have a high score. Does that make sense, everybody? Everybody clear? Everybody good? All right, good. Getting a lot of yeses there. Go over the mobile builder. Go over the mobile builder again with some details. Ray, can you be a little more specific about which part of that, and then we'll come back to you. Kenneth, where's the best place to get started? Well, the first place you should probably start is creating a decent looking website that presents yourself in a nice, friendly, professional manner. That you're here to help. You're a digital marketing agency, and you would like to help them maintain their rankings in Google and build them a Google mobile friendly site. Kind of stick to that, because that's the easiest thing to do, right? It's a lot easier than SEO. SEO is easy if you know what you're doing there, but it still takes some infrastructure to get SEO done right. This infrastructure is all already here, and this is where you can charge $400. Let me fix your site. I'm sure everybody has seen this. Branko, I don't have mobile solutions on this account.
Yeah, that's because you're on SELCC membership.
Right. Okay.
Got a prospector.
Yeah, let's see if we can put mobile solutions down here within the mobile tools.
Okay.
Everybody can see them. Yeah, so mobile solutions are very easy, especially for WordPress. So fixing them could be as simple as one-click plugin, and then they're happy, and then they pay you. Now, you're not going to get a monthly residual fee out of that, but that's kind of where I would go second. The first thing I would say is, hey, let me build you a beautiful mobile-friendly site, and then you come over here to the Mobile Command Center and you pick a template and you edit it with their name and stuff on it, and you have it done within 30 minutes, and you call them back the next day and say, hey, I've got your site done. Maybe what I would do is say it's $400, $200 today, $200 when I finish it. Might take me a couple of days. And then you come over here and use this tool right here, and you just edit up this information, make it look pretty, make it look good. Boom, it's done. They pay you the other $200, and then, hey, oh, by the way, it's $25 a month too. Of course, you got to make sure you tell them that before you get started. And then you use the then you have to use, you have to follow the instructions and do the CNAME part where it's m.theirdomain.com, right? You got to follow the instructions. I'm not going to go into that technical detail on how to edit a DNS zone record, because that would put 90% of the people on this call to sleep. But it's not that hard. You can have their web hosting provider do it, whatever you want to do. But we're going to host that site. We can't offload that mobile content somewhere else. So don't ask, It won't happen. There's not a mobile site maker on the planet that allows you to build a mobile site, download all the copy, and go host it on your own. That's just not how these types of things work. I've looked. I have not found one. So Ken, and how you doing, Kenneth? I know you. That's your answer there. Kenneth is a long-time customer of mine in the hosting business. Anybody need some hosting? Hold on. I got to throw this shameless plug out here real quick. Just so you know. We do any hosting, dedicated servers, Windows servers, Linux servers. I also am the inventor of SEO hosting, which I did about 14 years ago, 12 years ago, long time ago, over a decade. And so we do SEO hosting a lot. We do a lot of SEO stuff. Probably going to get into that here in a minute. I'm going to just go over, if we have time, gosh, everybody wants to really into this mobile stuff. How do we know if the email was delivered to the business owner? Google, here you go. If you want an email tracking pixel, let me Google that for you. Email tracking pixel. Some of the services like Mandrill, some of the services come with that, but for one, I'm going to tell you right now that you can't always trust that. They're not 100%. So there you go. Email tracking pixel. Get your own right here. How to set up an email tracking pixel. Knock yourself out. You can use them. They're not all accurate, but some of them they'll give you enough data to know what's going on. It's not 100% though. Amazon emails coming. Excellent. Yes, you got it. The way we do hosting for the mobile sites is it's $25 a month for 5 sites. Okay. And you should be able to sell one for $25 a month. And, you know, like I said, we totally redid our mobile maker solution to give you 2 weeks free for every site. And then you can build a site. You can even build one in 20 or 30 minutes and then build and go to a customer and say, hey, you like it? You want to buy it? I'll give you a deal. Someone says $497 seems too much to charge. I never said $497. First of all, I said $397. You can charge $497. $497 does seem a little too much to me as well. If you think it's too much, then if the guy says no, say, well, hold on, let me talk to my manager. And then holler at your wife, hey, do you think it's okay if we give this guy half off? And then your wife says, sure, it's Tuesday. I love Tuesday. And then you tell the guy, hey, you know what? The boss just said I can give you half off. Sell to him for $200. It's not a lot of work. I mean, you might put in an hour making the site, and most of that's getting information from them, looking at their website to transport it onto the mobile site. So, you know, if you look at it like making $200 an hour, you know, it's a pretty good coin. But you don't have to charge. You can set your own prices. Once I've saved the emails, how do I export them into CSV? Once you've made the emails, how do you export them into CSV? Okay, Branko says we're working on that. I think there is a way to export the full records via CSV, but Branko would know better.
Yeah, we only can now export the URLs and websites, but we're working on exporting everything from mobile prospector.
Yeah, good. Okay, I think Branko's been answering you guys up pretty good. WP Touch, someone mentioned. Yeah, WP Touch, I put it in the mobile solutions area. Yeah, it costs you a little bit of money, but you can use that as well. It could possibly fix a lot of sites. Like I said, again, over and over again, a lot of sites just need one plugin installed and they're good to go. Great. Do you know how soon that'll work? Holger, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to tell you right now, pretty soon. Working every day, guys. Working every day. Is there a way to filter only the top 10 results in Google that are not mobile friendly? Yeah, if you just select top 10, or if you just select first 10 right here at the top. This right here says Google's top blah results. So top 10 is a good shot. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I usually go for, down to 50. Usually you'll find several. Okay, will you have more pre-made reports and other products and services we can sell? Well, I'm going to show you how to sell SEO services here in a minute. I'm going to show you how to do SEO if anyone's interested. So that brings me up. That brings me, just so I'll know coming up, is anyone in here currently do any SEO or want to do any SEO or understand SEO or local SEO client consulting? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of yeses, 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 yeses. Has anyone ever heard of private blog networks? Yes, wow, tons of yeses. Wow, I'm floored. Wow. Wow, unbelievable. I really did not expect to get that response. That is incredible. That is awesome. A lot of yeses. Okay, PBNs, yeah. I don't want to change the subject too soon. If anyone has any burning questions, desires, or awesome ideas that we can get on here, we can talk about the mobile. I don't want to jump off here. Oh, Matia. Look, Bronco, Matia showed up. Okay. Please go back and answer the questions. Okay, Michael. Sorry, there's a lot of questions, man. A lot of stuff. Okay, we're going to go back and find some more questions. I think a couple of guys. Just so you guys know, I invented PBNs and SEO back in 2003, 2004, and they just become all the rage. I published a course in, I think, 2011 or 2012 called Blog Network Blueprint, and since then, everybody kind of jumped on the bandwagon and put out some other courses. But I built this tool right here, Search Engine Command Center, over the past over a year and a half now, and just started allowing access to it probably about 2.5 months ago, and it does everything under the sun regarding building a PBN. And I know a lot of you guys know how powerful PBNs are and what they mean, and I've been doing them for over a decade, and that's why I invented SEO hosting. And so yeah, good stuff. I'm looking for your question, Michael. You're gonna have to rewrite it, I guess, because there's just too much in this chat box. Branko, if you can find it, then you can let me know what it says.
Okay.
If not, let's just continue on. I see a question here. In the prospecting tool, is there a way to filter out only top 10 results? Oh, I already read that one. Sorry, should have checked that off. I don't know why I focused on that. Will you make more pre-sale reports? Other parts? Okay, I already read that. Okay, now I know where I'm at. Currently, we can't host it on the client server. That's just the cost of doing business. If their business is not in a position to spend $25 a month to keep from being Google penalized, then you're probably not working with a very solid business. Need to see other memberships available. Don't know what that means. Answered. Follow up. If I just happen to stumble upon websites that aren't mobile friendly, is it easy to use CPM to contact them manually? Yeah, go to the, yeah, absolutely. Check this out, guys. I forgot to mention this. I don't know how many of you guys saw this or not, because I missed it. I asked the guys, to do this for me, and then a few days later, I'm like, guys, when are you going to, whoops, sorry. I didn't mean to click on that. Guys, when are you going to, give me this? And they're like, we did it already. I was like, oh, wow, where? But it's right here. Click on this plus sign. Click on this plus sign right here. If you stumble across a site that you want to inspect, you can put in the domain right here. Or and then it'll do the same thing, and then it'll bring up this down here, right? Like, I'll do it right now. Test list 1, and then I'll put in some domains. I'll put in mrtnt.com. I'll put in no, I don't want to put in that. It's too long. Put in, oops. And then I'll put in techcrunch.com just for shits. And then I'll just analyze it. And what's going to, whoa, that looked weird. Okay, anyway, it's in the queue. So yeah, so that's how you do that. Pop it into this right here. You can upload a text file or a CSV, 1 domain per line. And, you know, if you got a list from somewhere else, boom, put them in there. And it'll do the exact same thing as if we're doing a Google scrape. Okay, so yeah, and then contact them manually or email them, however you want to do. Another thing, the one thing about that title tag I was telling you about, if you come over here to the local leads finder, the Yellow Pages lead finder, and I want to say that business name, no. Yeah, the business name was I think it was Texas Plumbers Houston or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but if you put in an exact name right here, or in the local listings analysis too, enter an actual business name. If you put an actual business name in here and start analyzing that, it'll go out and find that exact business name and return some information about them, and it'll return even, heck, I guess I should do one real quick to show you. I don't know if everybody has this one or not. This was the upgrade to the Yellow Pages lead finder, and if you don't have it, don't worry about that right now. But like if I put in here any business name or keyword, I'll put in lawyers, and then I'll put in in United States, and then I'll put in Chicago, okay, and then I'll just start finding leads. And you can do the same thing with inputting a business name, and you might be able to retrieve their mailing address, phone number, stuff like this, because you can see right here addresses, right? All these addresses. Now, one of the things that I also want to do, because the two aren't so connected, but you could also download select all, and then I believe you can download them. But anyway, if you wanted to do like all the lawyers in Chicago in this zip code, blah blah blah, I want to be able to take this, select all, and then right now we're sending them to the local listings analysis. So right now it's analyzing those listings. Now you can sort of see what other opportunities you have to sell these guys social media management. I'm pulling up. Look, none of these lawyers hardly have any social. If you see a red X by their service, that means no one's got anything going on there. And if you see a company that has a lot of red X's and no green checks, then no one's working their social media. No one's working. This guy's not even listed in Google My Business. I mean, that tells you right there. It's like, bam. I mean, with just a little bit of work, a little bit of citation, and if you know how to do, the Google 7-pack, you know how to do SEO, get people listed in Google My Business. I mean, that's an attorney. That's worth $2,000 a month, probably. They don't have any social media management. They're not found in Bing. They're not found in Yahoo. I mean, these are open guys that are open for opportunity. All right. So, and then the thing that we do with this is then we can send them another report that goes in and does all the checks, including the mobile friendliness, and it works kind of just like it works in the same way your mobile friendly tool does, but it does all this other stuff: general info, on-site SEO, off-site SEO, keyword rankings, page speed, local listings, Majestic, social metrics. The only thing that's not listed there is their mobile readiness, which needs to be listed, but it does it anyway. So then it generates this report, and it generates a link just like we saw a minute ago. And this tells you, and this does the same way. It emails the client and says, hey, your SEO score is 52, which is pretty low for, whatever. Go back into your sales pitch there. But then this tells them all the stuff about their website. Now, obviously, they're mobile ready, but this tells them all the other general information about what's wrong with their website and where they need improvement. It gives them enough information. I mean, look at this visibility score. I mean, this guy has nothing. You can be like, whoever you've hired to do your online media presence, they've ripped you off because you're nowhere to be found on any of these major portals. And, you really should be if you care about it. Some people don't care. Some people are like, I've got more business and more money than God, so leave me alone. You know, I mean, that happens. You know, you're gonna get told that a lot. But there's a lot of opportunity here, and we try to what we always try to do is make it easy to pump out the request of, hey, you've got a problem. So we use that tool in that way, and then someone's, again, I kind of went on this tangent because someone asked me, you know, how do I look up a certain name and find their business information? Well, you can do that using the Yellow Pages Lead Finder tool or the local listings analysis to look up stuff, because we go in and we hit Yellow Pages and we hit Google Places, we hit Facebook and all that stuff to bring back some more information. All right, moving on. Kind of got off on a tangent there a little bit. Okay, anything I should jump on here, Branko? Can you see? Okay, let me scroll down the bottom. Let me get by all these yeses.
Well,
is everybody still paying attention? Audience view, 100%. I'd say so. Okay. Can you include a mock-up website to link to showing you? You know, we could do that. I've thought about that, including a mock-up website. And it's almost like building one of these templates like this, you know, and it's sort of screenshotting that, you know, and then wrapping that around a little face. You know, I've thought about that. I understand where you're coming from. Whoever asked that question, I like that idea, kind of a side-by-side type of situation, but it's kind of hard to hit every niche like that, so it would only be like a plumbing, like how many ever templates I have here. So, anyway, have to look into that. But that's a good idea. I'm already thinking about that. Okay. Branko, were you going to say something? Did I interrupt you? Oh yeah, okay, here's a good one. There's a notification that pops up when you go to the prospect's contact form that asks if you want to mark it that you've contacted. And I haven't seen that corresponding mark show up. Oh, that's kind of a complaint. No, it's there. It's there. I know what you're talking about. It's really new, really cool though. So we'll go back to Mobile Prospector. Let me show you guys this. Okay, so yeah, so it should bring up a little. So if I go here and I turn this off, then I go back. Now it says right here, did you contact your client's website? Blah 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 blah. Then you click on yes. Okay, so now the next time I come to this, let's see, right, Branko? Yeah, so I got to make sure I'm at the same one again. Okay, so I'll come back. So the next time I load this, I load up this report, and then you're right, I don't see it.
you need to actually load the whole report.
Reload the whole report from up here?
Yeah, just...
Okay, plumbers in Houston. Okay, so reload it from here, and then it reloads up here, and then select them, and then now, Okay, so now you see it right there. Click here to see your contact history. So now it says contacted via contact form. This information right here is still sort of a little, it's because if you email them, it's going to show all these emails because I didn't change all those emails from that forms. So this is a little bit misleading on how that looks right now. And the contact form really should be like, you know, nothing here. And then underneath that, it's going to say, and you emailed them using client's email used. So we're gonna work on this output a little bit, but if you see contact form, just know that that's where it is, okay? So yeah, we added that in so people could keep track of who you've used the contact form on and who you've emailed. So it's right there, that little red. Click here to see the contact history. And, you know, guys, all this stuff really, if you want, you know, I mean, tutorial videos are here. I went over most of this stuff. I probably should, you know, if you watch these videos right here, everything's right there. So, all right, I'm still getting a lot of PBN stuff here. This one guy says, I barely know what a PBN is. Please show me how to do it. Got that question done. How much to add on tools? Okay. It's going back to where you're talking about earlier and having an agency website or something like that so that manager and others will better deliver the emails. Oh, Michael, yeah. You know, again, let me Google that for you real quick, man. SEO agency website. Oops, I spelled that wrong, but it doesn't matter. SEO agency website. No, go through here. I know there's a great one on Theme Forest. I've seen it. SEO agency website. I know. So I think it's on. It's on Envato. It's not it. There's one on Envato.com. SEO agency website. You can look out here for a good. So it's on Code Canyon and Theme Forest. But there's a good SEO agency website. You really need to do that. You really need to get one up. It's really easy. You just go to Fiverr and spend $10. Okay, here's more. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Branko, you're doing a really good job at answering questions. Isn't he awesome, guys? Everybody give me a, he's awesome. Yeah, cool. Okay. Okay. Are you selecting questions from your friends only? That's a good one. No, I'm not. Whoever said that, post your question. Yeah, look at that. Woohoo!
Ask anything. I'm here to answer, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I can't see. One guy's like wants me to answer his question, but your name is friend, and I don't know. I can't see your name, so if you want, go ahead, and I'm gonna wait on you, guy. I'm gonna wait on your question. Go to Fiverr for images, graphics, stuff to put on your sliders, because you can buy a pre-built WordPress theme that looks beautiful. All you do is add images, you know, smiling people holding their computers or their laptops or shaking hands with someone, you know, that stuff, stock photos, or, you know, and then the content. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for the guy who said I'm only answering my friends' questions. You submitted 3. I'm waiting on you. Come on. 5, 4, 3. You're the last one. Then I'm going to move on to the real power of the SEO Command Center. An easier way to fill in the contact form request. Yeah, I know. I was looking at this one thing called Auto Magic. What was it called? Auto Magic. I hate just randomly popping in URLs on a live webinar. I never know what you're going to get, right? No, that ain't it. There is a, hold on, I had this. Yeah, I'm going to have to look. There's like a bot that you can program to go and do stuff for you like that online. Your browser can do it too, though. Yeah, there are some software that is downloadable Windows-based. They act more like web browsers. It could submit forms easier. So we're also talking about that, doing some things like that as well. Just got to get the right technology down to do it, and do it from mimicking an online browser. So we're working on that. All right, guys. One of the things that we just added recently. Well, let me just say, we're going to move on here. The guy that was mad because I didn't answer his questions, he didn't. He isn't. I guess he left. I don't know what happened, but I'm waiting for you. Oh, somebody found that theme I was looking for too. I'm going to post this. I'm going to put this in for everybody if I can answer it. Branko, you see it? The ThemeForce link? Post that to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, post that to everyone.
Okay.
I think it's like $40. It's really nice. It's a really nice theme. Post that to everybody. Okay, so hey, let me just go ahead and show you guys a little bit more since I got overwhelming yes to wanting to see what else this tool can do, and the reason why the SEO Command Center was invented was, like I said, 10 years ago. I started SEO. It was actually longer than that, but SEO hosting and private blog networks, and it was actually in a. I went to a meeting down in Kingwood, Texas, with Keith Baxter and Ryan Dice. They were heading a traffic domination workshop, and I didn't know either one of them. I just paid them my $2,000 to go down there and join them for a weekend of like masterminding. And I'd already been doing some stuff and had a lot of questions, and I was like, my brain was so full of SEO and blogs and pinging and RSS feeds and just all that stuff. Well, first of all, let me introduce myself a little bit more by saying I actually been online making money since 1996. All right, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck or graduate high school last year and became an online internet genius. Right, I've actually been doing this my whole entire life, pretty much after college, and I've done lead generation. I've done SEO. I was huge into lead generation. Started my first web hosting company in 1998. I own my own data center down in downtown Dallas. All that stuff. I sold thousands of mortgage leads back before I wasn't single-handedly responsible for the financial destruction of America and the world. I didn't do it by myself, but I sold a lot of bad credit mortgage leads. I will admit to that. I didn't know it was a problem, but apparently it turned out to be a big problem. But I sold that company to a bank in 2003, so I kind of got out at the peak after I ran it for 5 years. That along with web hosting and a couple of other things that I was doing. But during that time, after that time, I was like, okay, now what? So I started involving myself in learning SEO and invented SEO hosting, invented private blog networking. And so this tool is kind of like something I've been working on for a couple of years. We started selling it a couple of months ago. The lead generation stuff just came to be in the last few months because I built this tool to build a private blog because I already had SEO clients. I already had sites. I just had to get them ranked all the time. So I built a tool that would automate most of my PBN building, because if you know anything about SEO, if you've ever done SEO, then as soon as you apply PBNs to a site, I don't care what it is, and as long as the on-page factors are correct, which is just basically means just a little bit of keywords in the title and the URL in the on-page, right? It's not that difficult. Don't let these terms that I'm telling you like scare you away from, getting on this, okay? They're just words. And if you don't understand that word, then I'll tell you what it means. Maybe not today, but if you join me, then eventually you'll get it. So let me just show you an example of a site that these guys put me on the spot for. I think it was 2.5 weeks ago. They said, hey, whatever, let's see what you can do with this site, VTech Dinos. It's an Amazon affiliate store. And if you ever try to rank an Amazon affiliate site, you know that it usually doesn't work, right? Because it's kind of an affiliate store, right? And Google sniffs that out and says, "Nah" to that. But different builders do different ways. And this one was actually built by Kerry Baird, who is a good friend of mine. I highly respect. Excellent programmer. I tried to hire him a couple years ago to help me with this, but he was just too busy into this Amazon affiliate store builder. So he built this site right here with his software. And it's an affiliate site. It's basically click here, add to cart, and you get commissions on that, right? But VTech Dinos is very, very competitive word. It's owned, dominated by Google, by all the authority sites. But check out what we did in the last 2 weeks just by applying the power of PBNs. This thing went from nowhere to a lot of somewheres. Number one in Yahoo now, which, you can say Yahoo is nothing, but it is something, right? Right here, this is the good stuff at Google. 44, down a couple spots today. Obviously things bounce around. VTech Switch went from 33 to 11. This was a couple of weeks ago, guys. This base rank means a couple of weeks ago. This is yesterday's rank, and this is today's rank. Look at this, VTech Dino for sale. I'm already bumping up to number 4, first page of Google. And I just want to go ahead and show you the competitiveness. Oh, shoot. Well, again, here, this graph's upside down, guys. Rocco, we need to invert that graph. But let me just go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here by going to Google, and I will show you what the power of PBNs can do. And this is for an extremely competitive site. If you apply this to local SEO, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, guys. I mean, you can just dominate everybody and anybody. So VTech Dinos was nowhere to be found 2 weeks ago, and now I am on number 11. Boom, right there. And I want you to look at what's on page 1. Hell, let's look at what I'm beating. Kohl's, Authority, vtech.co.uk, the dang owners of it. eBay, Twitter, Facebook, Kmart. There's another probably affiliate site, this VTechJoeKetz.com. He's doing pretty good. There's VTech.com again, iSpot. Now let's see who I got to beat now. Now this is tough. Now I'm probably going to get to page 1 eventually, but it didn't happen in 2 weeks. But this is where I am in only 2 weeks, okay? VTech Kids, they're the owners, the makers. They own that. Amazon, Toys R Us, Walmart, Target, a lot of high authority. YouTube, because they're movable parts. They have the demonstration of them is cool. And then iTunes, and then me. Now I just want to show you that. That's what I've done in 2.5 weeks with this property using the power of PBNs. And if you want to use local sites, it just kills them. Some of you see 501 and 501. That's just wrong. For some reason, the tracker's kind of screwed up today. I need to refresh those URLs or something. But they're just reporting wrong. They're actually really high on the pages. So I just want to show you that real quick. This is my rank tracking tool that's included in this system right here. And what's the cost already? Huh? You're sold. Man, there's quite a bit to go off in here. Yes. So look, okay. I'll just say a couple words here. You can add a URL. You can even drill it down into local. I'm trying to add a URL. Okay, right here. So you can even enable it for local URL. So that's real simple. I shouldn't have to go over that. But anyway, it's a cool rank tracking tool. If you want to know what this is an API from ProRankTracker.com, which is about $50 a month. So if you want to use ProRankTracker.com, but you got to be tracking if you're doing SEO. Okay. So we also added here recently a rank tracker for mobile sites because it's a little bit different. So now we can track across all devices. If we add a URL, we can track a keyword across multiple different devices because, there's multiple devices out there, and you want to make sure you're ranking on all those devices and so forth and so on. Domain tools, there's a lot of stuff we can go right here. Oh, gosh, I'm trying to figure out where do I really want to start. So domain tools, what we do here, let me just back up. Let me not use domain tools just yet. Let me tell you about the PBN tools. I think that's what we all want to hear about. The PBNs is how you rank your sites, okay? Everything that you do that pertains to ranking a client site is building a private blog network of high-powered blogs. Now, the question is how do you find these high-powered blogs? How do you host these high-powered blogs? And how do you post content to these high-powered blogs with the correct anchor text and URL? Pretty simple. All right, so there's two ways. The first thing I want to show you, there's two ways that we find domains. And the first way is through all the auction sites. Now, this used to be a lot easier a few years ago to be able to go out and pick up great sites at auction, but it's become a little bit more competitive now, so you have to be careful with your prices. But typically, if you're going to get your money back probably on the first couple of deals you make with lead gen. I like pay-per-call. That's some other stuff that we can get into. I do a lot of pay-per-call, pay-per-lead, and also just some people just want their sites ranked, and we do it that way too. So what I want to just briefly tell you right now is we want to find domains for our private blog network that have a lot of authority, have a lot of age, that have a lot of power. And the way we do that is there's some services out there called Moz.com, Majestic.com, Ahrefs.com, all that stuff. Now, all those are basically you got to pay them about $100 a month to be able to use their services and to be able to look at their metrics. But we pay them for their APIs, and we go out and we ask them information about certain domains. So I'm going to go ahead and start a search right now. What I'm basically saying here is I'm looking for all the auction sites, all the domains that ended auction within 2 days. They have a domain authority of 32 minimum and a minimum page authority of 32. And the reason why I use domain authority and page authority as my starting point is because domain authority and page authority basically tells me that there's a lot of action going on this site. If it has a domain authority of 32, then that thing's got some backlinks coming in. Now, but backlinks don't mean anything unless they're the right kind of backlinks, okay? So now we have to verify the backlink history of the PBN sites for the person that just asked that question. Okay, so now what we can look at is, how many did I return here? How many are expiring? 82 entries out of 400,000 entries. Now, these are just what expires in the next 2 days. You'll find 100. Every time you run a search, you'll find 100 different domains every day. So anyway, you pick the ones you want to check out, and I've done that already. I went ahead and added some domains to research over here. Now, the biggest problem with buying domains is you got to buy the right domains. You don't want to get scammed. And it's real easy to get scammed by thinking that, oh, it has a high domain authority, so let me shell out, $50,000 for it. That's crazy. I don't know what's so popular about this. Siteaddy.com. Probably nothing. That's probably what the owner just wants. But anyway, so what we have to do is we have to verify this domain's has not been spammed out. You can have a high domain authority and it be pure spam, okay? So we got to verify this. So what we do is we put all the sites here. We take a look at them real quick. I don't even want to look at that one because it's $50,000. That's just dumb. Okay, so view details. Now what I'm doing is I'm already done. So now I'm going out, and the first thing I want to see is what's the anchor text. Fake watches, cheap replica watches, whatever. Okay, that's obvious spam. That's a reject. That's a next. I click on the next one. I look at it. Pure Garcinia Camoja. Reject. Next. See, the point of this tool for me when I first developed it was I wanted to be able to find 15 domains in 15 minutes to buy or bid on every day. And if I can bid on 15 domains per day, I'm going to score 2 or 3. And then it's only going to take me a week to build like a 10 or 20 site blog network. So this tool speeds up every single aspect of looking through the auctions. Okay, I don't even like this just by looking at it, right? So I'm going to find a good one in here in a minute, and then I'm going to be able to check its trust flow, its citation flow, and where are its backlinks coming from. But the biggest problem with buying domains at auction is you don't know what you're looking at. Social beta, that's branded URL, a little bit of Chinese in there, or Asian, whatever you want to call it. It's not too bad, but it might be bad. We're going to take a look at it a little deeper here. Trust flow 19, citation flow 41. That's a 2-to-1 ratio from citation to trust. So just know I don't like that. I think that's a little bit too high. If this would have been 28 and this been 19, that's a little bit better, but the trust flow is kind of high. But it looks like this domain's kind of spammed out a little bit. But it's something that you could look at. I think it's been spammed, though, just by looking at just solid branded anchor. So I'm going to go ahead and reject that one, too. So I don't want to spend all day. What is trust flow and citation flow? That's like the real metric nowadays that we look at. It comes from a site called Majestic SEO. It comes from a site called Majestic SEO. You can go there, you can put a domain, and you're going to get its trust flow and citation flow. It's just its metric. Look, the things about these metrics is the larger the number, the better the domain is. The lower the number, the worse the domain is, okay? The less value it has. Okay, every domain has a little bit of value because every domain passes a little bit of link juice along its anchor text. But now if you've got a really powerful domain, you can really launch these sites up to top. Like that VTech Dinos, that would have gotten nowhere if my PBN network was just a bunch of spammed out, penalized, low-quality domains. They're great domains that I found doing this, okay, over time. But it doesn't take that much to rank local, guys. I know most of you guys are into local SEO on here, and I'm just telling you right now, build a private blog network, get some content on them, pump, check your on-page SEO, and you're good to go. So I'm getting a little long on this. This one doesn't look that bad. Neural Network Society, it's a little bit different. You see, look, there's tutorials on what I look at on this tool, but just trust me, this cuts down all your time. Guy says, I had no idea I was in the presence of a genius. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Thank you. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool stuff, man. I got a little excited. I think I broke a sweat. I don't usually like to do that. I quit sweating a long time ago. I'm allergic to hard work and manual labor. But yeah, this is the beauty of, this was the very first tool that I built inside the command center, was this, because I got so sick and tired of paying Moz and Majestic and Ahrefs $500 a month, and then having to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Look at this, look at this, look at that, look at that. I mean, it would take me 10 minutes per domain to see if it's worth a damn, and I've got 152 to look at. I ain't got all day. How am I supposed to get anything done? Oh, I can pay someone for him to screw it up? No, I want to do it myself. I want to get it right and move on. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's the cool way of finding domains, and I know I went a little long on that. I'm going to try not to go too long on the other ones. We've already been in here an hour and 20 minutes. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, guys. Here's another great way of finding domains. It's called a domain crawler. And what we do is we put in a bunch of domains here on the left, and we call it the seed list. What the seed list does is it goes out, it spotters those websites, it finds all the outbound links that point to nowhere that are expired, but they're coming from high authority sites. That means that's a backlink from a high authority site, which is usually makes it pretty good. And then you test the backlinks on that, and then you can find out all of its metrics. So what we're going to do here is I've already got some 81 domains right here that I ran a while back. So none of these are going to be available, but I'm going to go ahead and load the found domains. Someone's probably complaining at me. Oh, thanks, Marco, for interrupting me. Appreciate it. If that was you. Nope. Let me move this off the screen. Sorry. And so I'll load these found domains, and here we go. So now I've got all these domains that the crawler went out and found, that it has said, hey, all these domains are coming, all these domains are being linked to from a very high-powered domain, so it's going to have a lot of link juice sitting on top of it coming from somewhere else. If you don't understand all that, it's okay. We'll go over more. So I'm going to select all these, and now I'm going to send these to the domain analyzer. And basically what the domain analyzer does is add them right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to the queue. I'm going to go ahead and just confirm something. I can do the www as well, but I didn't because I don't want to take up too much time. But so what it does basically is when it's done, I simply view the report. Now I have all these other domains. Now we're kind of looking at the same thing I was looking at before. Now I can see domain authority, page authority, trust flow, citation flow. So I'm going to sort these by trust flow because trust flow is my biggest indicator of a good quality domain. For somehow Majestic. Now they're not perfect. Don't get me wrong. Don't think just because trust flow is a big number that everything's, hunky-dory, because it can still be wrong. So you still got to check it. You still got to check that anchor cloud. Now right here is where we have to go out and request some backlinks from the services. Now I only go 100 to 200 backlinks, 100 to 200 anchor text. Costs me money to go out and grab that data. So I want to limit it. I don't want to just go blow all my credits in one go. I just want to get a good, nice little cross-section of what I'm looking at. So now what it's doing is going out and it's looking up the data on this site right here I'm looking at. So I'm seeing the trust flow is 24, the citation flows 29. Here's my anchor cloud. It's full of spam. Maybe. I can't read Chinese. I don't know what that says. If it says, if it's talking about porn, pills, or payday loans, I don't want it, right? It's probably been penalized. I'm getting some. You guys are funny. I like this. Okay. So anyway, looking through the, I'm not going to do another one. I think you get the point that you just see all the metrics. Bigger numbers are better, but you got to look right here, okay? Anchor text ratio. Anchor text ratio, anchor cloud. What does that tell you? Does that tell you some other SEO has spammed out this stuff? Because believe me, up to about 2 years ago, you could spam the living hell out of any domain you wanted, make it as powerful as you wanted, and it would pass all the link juice to wherever you wanted, and you would rank, and it was great, and SEO was easy. All you needed was GSA and I can't even think of the names of all those other tools right now, search engine robots and all this other stuff that you could just spam out and be good. But now, this is 2015. It actually started around late 2013. You guys know what Penguin is? That's what I'm talking about. Can't do this anymore. So you're going to find a lot of domains that got spammed out to hell way back in the day. That's why the person didn't re-register. So you got to look at that. If you're not looking at your anchor cloud and your anchor text, then you're going to be wasting your money. Everybody get it? I won't repeat that one. You guys are great. I like you guys. It's the funnest webinar I've ever been on. All right, so that's the way we find domains. We use the crawler or the sleuth. And let me just go ahead and tell you, we got PBN hosting. Now you got to get them hosted, right? So I'm not going to go over all the technical details on how to do that. That's why we have videos. Just know that I have set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 servers in my SEO hosting network, because if you don't have SEO hosting, then you're going to fail. So you have to have some way of IP diversity amongst your private blog network. Just trust me, I know. Again, I invented it back in the day. All right, everybody's copied me now. I know. You can go find it cheaper than my company. Great. That's fine. I don't care. You know, I don't. It doesn't matter, but I'm giving you right here within the system a way to host 33 sites. 33 sites. You can put 3 per IP, but you got to do parallel blog networking. If you don't know what that is, then don't do it. Just put 1 per thing. And we're going to have some, more information, more training, more stuff like that. I know this is just too much to cover on one webinar. But let me tell you guys this before I keep telling you there's more training. Let me just show you where more training is. Okay, okay, scroll down here. I want you guys to look at something real quick before I go any further. If I go into the help, I can go into the university. And what the university is by Blog Network Blueprint University. And what that is blognetworkblueprint.com. Okay, this is a product. Blog Network, if I could spell, I don't want to do Content Amigo. blognetworkblueprint.com. Go to this URL. If you don't believe what I'm saying, I want you to go. I'm gonna put this in the thing right here. Don't buy this. Don't buy the course. You're gonna get it for free inside here. I mean, you can if you just want the course, but let me go ahead and send this to the entire audience. Okay. Can you guys hear him talking? No. Okay, I didn't think so. But that's Greg Morrison from OMG Machines. And if you know what OMG Machines is, it's a big private community that's been around for a couple of years now. They charge around $7,000 to get in. But it's worth it for a lot of people. They do really, really well. I taught Greg PBNs, and just listen to his testimonial. Just listen to his testimonial about what PBNs could do and what I taught him, and that took OMG and all the OMG students just over the top. I'm not trying to say that to brag about myself, but it's just for for proof of what I know. So also, if you read this page, you can see that I have a lot of testimonials and a lot of ranking proof from a lot of my students. We we'll go over a lot of stuff here and there. So this course is a big course. Let me go ahead and see if I can just log in real quick, if I can remember my login. And I want to tell you guys that inside the command center, you can register an account, or if you're already registered, you log in. So obviously, you're going to get members. Let me see, login. Okay, so I know I probably confused the hell out of a lot of people here, but right here, you can access there's a lot of different other things in this course, but this right here is a rather in-depth course on how to build a proper PBN, and it's conducted by myself and Clinton Dixon. And Clinton Dixon is a student of mine from a few years back. Phenomenal, great guy, great instructor. Can't say enough good things about him. Soaked it all up like a sponge. Is now, I guess he was probably starting SEO probably for 6 months or so. Conquered it so well. Quit his day job. Now he's just killing it, doing all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so this course is part of the Command Center. So I know I said a lot of things that you may not get or may not understand. This course will fill in pretty much most of the blanks. I'm sure everybody always still has questions, so we'll figure those out as well as they come along. All right, so just wanted to show everybody that I'm not leaving you high and dry on understanding all the lingo that I was talking about. Blog Network Blueprint will show you how to do everything manually, right? Blog Network Blueprint doesn't sell Search Engine Command Center. Blog Network Blueprint just tells you how to do it manually. SEOCC is a different animal. Okay, so we have the hosting part down. Then we also have the Post and Link Manager. And Post and Link Manager is really awesome, guys. This is what I use to post into. Now, this is still in development, too. This thing doesn't do half the things that it's going to do pretty soon. But what it allows me to do is to add a blog, install a plugin. Now I can communicate and talk to that blog. Add it to a group. Say I've got a health group, I've got a plumbing group, I've got a dentist group. I've got different groups of PBNs. Now I want to add an article. I say new article, and I put in, I can put in spin tags if I want. There's different philosophies on whether or not you should use spun articles versus non-spun articles. I don't get into that debate. I think it doesn't matter most of the time. I do it both ways. Do it however you want. I don't care which way you do it or what your philosophy is on it. It works either way. So you add your stuff, add in a scheduler, you select your group, or don't select your group, or just post it to one blog, or if you have a campaign, you can post it to your campaign. That's another thing that we're working on right now. Now, the beautiful thing about it is, let's say, for instance, I didn't preset this up, but let me just go ahead and take a look here at this blog right here. Let me see if this article is posted. I'll show you the coolest thing that this thing does. This is why I developed it, was because if you've been in SEO for a long, you sound so excited. I wish I could fully understand what you're saying. Thanks, man. Sorry about that, though. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all this stuff out of my head and out to you guys so you can kind of get a grip, understanding of what's going on here. I'm trying to see if this actual article is on this side. I'm sorry, I didn't set this up beforehand, and my content poster is posting in content behind me. May 6th. I would have to post a new article, which I could do pretty quickly. But anyway, what I'm going to tell you, and just trust me, it does, is Penguin came along and said, oh, you put every single one of your anchor texts in your URL that was an exact match to your keyword and your domain name, and you basically, you're an SEO guy, you basically over-optimized everything about your website, so we're going to can it, right? That was Penguin. Everybody remember Penguin? Yeah, that's what Penguin did. So then we had to go back and we had to understand, okay, so now I have to change my anchor text from exact match to like sandwiched anchor text or branded anchor text or generic anchor text. And you know how fun it was going back to all of our blogs, finding all of our URLs and all of our anchor texts and changing them and making them not so SEO'd? Man, that's half the time you're just like, screw it. I'm just going to start over. Hell if I even know where all my posts are, right? Couldn't even find them if you were big, And so I know for me it was a real that's why I said, man, I'm never going that route again. I'm going to have a tool that knows exactly where all my blogs are, knows exactly what all my anchor texts are, and knows exactly what all my anchor URLs are, okay? Because I have to change them sometimes. And you will know throughout, because also what happens is sometimes you're using a specific anchor text, and your site's not ranking, and you know that if you change your anchor text, you got to have your keyword in your anchor text somewhere, right? you got to have a little bit of anchor, a keyword in your anchor text. Okay, so you got to sort of test with how much exact match you want and how much sandwich you want. So this tool allows me to test within an instant. I'm able to change anchor text and experiment with what it does to my rankings. Okay, and you can hardly ever do this manually. I mean, you could, but it's tedious and it's problematic, and you're just like, I mean, I know I've been there. I'm like, God, I don't want to do that. So that's why this tool to me is probably, other than finding the PBNs, I was going to say this is my favorite tool. It probably is, but finding them is great. It's time saver. This is extreme time saver. I love saving time. I love automation. That's why I do this right here. So anyway, yeah, so that's what this does, man. This takes care of understanding where all your stuff's at, and you can change it when you need to. All right, I'm moving on. Does everybody get that? Guy says, how much longer are we going to be? Man, not too much longer. I just want to cover the main points of this. There's so many things on this. I mean, if we would have started just talking about this tool from the beginning, we still wouldn't be through, really. So there's no way I'm going to get to everything, but man, I really want to. Keyword tools. You know what? We got an API into the Google's keyword planner. Not very many people can say they've done that. Okay. Having an API, Google like grilled me over email, like asks me questions that I didn't even know what they were asking me. And I was kind of making stuff up, huh, Branko? Branko was there. I'm like, Branko, what do they want here? It was tough. And I thought they were going to deny me, but they didn't. They gave it to me. I don't know what I said that convinced them, but if they knew what I was using it for, obviously they probably wouldn't have let me have it, right? So, oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. God, I wish I knew everybody's name on here, but some people have friend. I can't see your names. You've got to start putting your name at the end of your comments so I can start getting a feel for who you are. Yeah, so this is a keyword tool. Gosh, it does. I mean, you put in stuff, it goes straight to the heart of Google. It brings back all their information on their keyword, just like going to Keyword Planner, but you don't have to go there. But then we take that data from the Google Keyword Planner, and then we add it to our other tools, and then we analyze it and synthesize it and mash it up and do other things to it, and then we get a better look at it. Okay. Good. I'm glad. Is everyone still with me? Still, at least, I think so. From the looks of, from the looks of it. Thank you, John. I'm Todd, by the way. John's my bro. I forgot to change the name on the John Limbacher. You're getting a lot of credit today. No, do not buy the Blog Network Blueprint unless I'm going to give you Blog Network Blueprint if you buy Command Center, right? But if you're not interested in the automation, then by all means, Blog Network Blueprint is the de facto standard. Okay, so moving on, I'm just going to go ahead. So, gosh, put in some, we put in some. It's got keyword translation here. Wow, it's just lots to cover here. Okay, so this what we look at right here is what we got here is the ability to pull all the data from Google's Keyword Planner. It gives us the average monthly searches and suggested bid. Okay, so now you can sort of see what keywords are, the best to be targeting by, not necessarily the amount of searches they get, but how much money do people consider they're worth, And I find this one interesting. It's 1,300 searches a month, which isn't a lot, but it doesn't suck either. And look at that suggested bid, and look at that competition. Almost nothing. It's been that way for a long time too. That whole thing was there 3 months ago. All right, so I can take these words. I'm just going to take a few of them. I'm going to add them to my bucket. Now, once they're in my bucket, I can go over here, go back over here to the analyzer, okay? And then I could drop them from my bucket into the analyzer. And now what the analyzer does is it does a whole lot more things to those particular keywords. And so you can see it's running a report right now. It's queued up, but I'm going to go ahead and look at another one. I'm going to go ahead and look at another one. I'm trying to find a good one that I remember that I used to. But I'll just use this one right here. Now, the beauty of this for SEO purposes is now that we took a subset of information from the Google Keyword Planner and we analyzed it a little bit, and we could have thrown some long tail keywords on top of that. You can see my report's already done. It moved it down here to the bottom. These were the 5 ones I was looking. So we're just going to go ahead and look at this right here. So these are the 5 keywords that I just added. I'm going to go back to this right here. Is running good for weight loss. $1,600, $1.38 suggested bid, no competition, $5.99. But the most important thing that I look at over here from an SEO perspective, now you can look at this data over here from a pay-per-click perspective if your deal's pay-per-click. But the keywords over here is your SEO information. This is how many websites are actively pursuing these keywords. So this tells you your competition. So you can see is running good for weight loss, competition is nil. Well, look at that SEO competition. I mean, you could absolutely rank for that keyword in no time flat, right? It's just an example. But I don't know that you would go do that. But it's just an example showing you that no one is trying to rank for that keyword, but this is also showing you that it has value. You understand that? So anyway, so that, and then if you want to look at like what is its competition for real, now that you see, okay, I think I'm going to target that. Now you really got to go and look at who is my competition. Now this is where it really, this is where you say yay or nay to that keyword. If you're targeting this hard, this is mainly used for affiliate marketing. All right, you wouldn't have to go this deep if you were doing, dentist in Chicago, right? You know its keyword, dentist in Chicago. All right, but this is great for affiliate marketing. So for that particular keyword, here's what ranks in the top 10 of Google, and here's their domain authority, page authority, trust flow, citation flow. So you could just look at these metrics and say, can I compete? And right away, I'm pretty much thinking to myself, no, I can't compete, because these are ginormous URLs and ginormous metrics. Okay, so that's why there's no competition, because nobody can compete on the first page. But anyway, that's how you look at it. That's how you analyze keyword down to the actual, where does it rank, how competitive it is, what it's worth, and who's going after it. Okay, and then you can download all these keywords, copy them to export them to CSV, play with them, do whatever you want. So the keyword tool is very, very cool tool as well. You can do the long tail suggestions. I'll show you this real quick. Long tail suggestion actually goes out. We use another service for this. We pay $88 a month for this particular service, and it brings back thousands of keywords from long tail. In other words, if you want to find what's typed into YouTube, you put it here. If you want to type into Bing, what's typed in the App Store, and what's typed into Google. So this goes out and retrieves all of that information, because sometimes a lot of the money's in the long tail too. So yeah, go for that. Some other things we got here. I'm going to move along now. That's keywords. We got Hacker Scanner. What Hacker Scanner is it basically is just one of those things. If you've ever been hacked, you know how bad it sucks. You're going to get hacked someday if you've been online long enough. But what this tool does, and it sucks when it happens, but it sucks even worse if you don't find out about it for a month. It sucks even worse when you don't find out about it. I got people in my house and be like, hey man, I got hacked. I'm like, oh yeah, when? I'll go look at the files. Like, yeah, you got hacked a month ago, bro. And like, man, I didn't even know. Like, well, this is one of those things where I find it beneficial to know if your site's up, if your site's down, if it's been hacked, what's going on. So we monitor this stuff daily. If your content changes by more than some ratio that you select, it will send you an email. My Domains does the same thing. If you add these to the, My Domains constantly checks for statuses, constantly checks for what's going on. You can always view the details of, this keeps tracks of all your properties, right? All your money sites, all your domains. You can add your money sites, add your domain. I mean, you manage your domains, all this other stuff. So, yeah. Security scanner is always good to have if you've got a client who has a website, maybe he's a new client, you probably want to go in and scan their site right away and see what's up with it. I'm just going to go ahead and throw in MrTNT.com, and I'll show you right away. It'll tell me what it'll do is it'll go out and it'll check all the plugins that are on my site, and then it'll come back and tell me if any of those plugins are vulnerable or if it can't make a decision. So this is a really good tool that goes out and lets you know whether or not some of your sites. So we have a lot of like little ancillary tools that do things like that. I mean, I didn't even get into the audit tools over here. My domains to monitor, performance analysis, check your sites once a week. If your site's going slow, let you know, hey, you got to look into this. Interpage authority, on-page SEO scanner, my domains monitor. Just a lot of stuff. Someone asked if there's tutorials. All the tutorials are right here. Okay. I probably need to make some new ones because we add so much. So here's all the tutorials on all these domains right now. Excuse me, I just said the word domain. All the services and all the tools. So there's a lot of tutorials here. Blog Network Blueprint also has. I keep clicking on my account. Boop. Oh man. Like I told you earlier, Blog Network Blueprint, you can log in by clicking that, and then you can watch all the videos inside there. So that's kind of a manual for how to understand everything. And then there's just, I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to use like every single tool every single day, but I mean, you are going to want your domains to be monitored. You're going to want them to be looked after. You're going to want everything to be tracked. In Google, you're going to want everything to be tracked in mobile now, of course. All the domain tools, bulk analyzer, I didn't even get into that. Bulk analyzer allows you, like say someone says, hey, here's a list of 20,000 domains that I scraped. You'll see if they're any good. Well, here's how you do it. So you just pop them in here. I just used this the other day and did 20,000. I was on another account. It's on my other account. This is kind of my demo show all tell all. Bulk analyzer, that's what it does. It'll go in. You can view the report the same way. I mean, we're looking at all the metrics. So this is one of them. So this is a lot of meh, There's a few at the bottom here that are pretty good. But once I find the ones that that I like, that maybe they're not available though. Also, this thing checks all the time if domains are available to buy. Someone already bought all these good ones. So, all right. So a lot of people are saying they got to go now if there's going to be a replay and all that stuff. And so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and show you guys where, if you're interested in joining this community, now you already have all the tools that you currently have, but if you hop on this, it's just gonna, then you're gonna look like this, okay? So everything's just gonna drop into your account. So it's not gonna be any craziness to get you signed up. At least I hope not. So if you go to SEOcommandcenter.com / I think it was CPM. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this URL in the chat box and you guys can see it. And oops, this tool used to be called PBNX, okay? PBN Express, that's why that says that. But now we've rebranded it to the SEO Command Center because originally it was just a PBN tool, but it has turned into, I mean, you guys have already seen how fast Branko and Marco and Nicola and Marco all work. You've already seen how fast that I read something from one of you guys, or they send me something that one of you guys have said. I'm like, yeah, we need to get that in. And then, man, within a day or two, it's in. But I found that out a long time ago. I found that out after about a month of working with these guys and was just like, wow. And so I know I talk fast right now on this webinar, but Branko, am I always like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tell you that I talk like this and act like this with just them on a call. I mean, we'll stay on the call for hours and we'll just sit and talk about all the stuff all the ideas that, we should be doing here. And I mean, we live and breathe this every day. It's quite fun, actually. And these guys are so smart behind me. Actually, I used to be a programmer. I want to make this clear. I used to be a programmer, all right? I used to be one badass coder in college, all right? I was the lead. I was the man. But I'm not as good as these guys behind me now. But I used to be pretty good back in my younger years. But I moved on into management and stuff. So, now I think of the stuff and then I have these guys do it. The link should be, I didn't push send. So there it is to everyone. If you guys check that out, there is an initiation fee, as you can see. And what that does, and it varies, it's like how many, one thing I probably didn't go over real clear was the credit system. And some things inside the system, it's basically whenever we look up backlinks and URLs and anchor text, we have to spend our money, my money on credits to pull the data. And so I have to pass that on to you guys a little bit. I mean, you guys are paying very, very small amount compared to the data you're getting back. So what we've done here with the payment system is that you get so many credits per month, and that's like how much do you plan on using the tool, right? How advanced are you? Now, if you're middle of the road and you've already got clients and you already know what a PBN is, then I suggest you probably want to get into that. You probably want to lock in 5,000 credits per month for only $29. Now, there is a one-time fee. Now, okay, people are like, I hate, whatever, everyone has their own opinions about this, but I could charge, $299 a month for Premier 2. I could charge, actually, that's what's going to happen pretty soon. This isn't open to the public at all. If you go to SEOcommandcenter.com, you get to opt in and watch sort of another replay of this, okay? You can't buy this just out in the open. But, pretty soon we're going to change this to, like I said, $100, $200, $300 a month because that's what it's worth. So what we're doing right now is we're just trying to get a base of people into the system, get everybody using it, give us your ideas, give us your feedback, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Yeah, you give Blueprint for free. The monthly fee will stay the same. The initiation fee locks in the amount of credits for life that you get, okay? And someone asked, will I allow you to upgrade later? Yeah, until I start offering this as a monthly plan for $100, $200 a month. At that time, I got to be like, no, sorry, you got it. It's too late, which will probably be in 30 to 60 days. No, domains doesn't mean you get SEO hosting for that many domains. You're going to get SEO hosting for 33 domains. That means 3 parallel networks. That means 3 private blog networks promoting 3 different money sites. Okay, that's quite a bit. I mean, that's going to run you. That's probably $100 a month at least. The credits do not roll over, and the only reason why they do not roll over is because none of mine roll over, right? I mean, we pass on everything to you guys exactly the way I get it, right? So if somebody, okay, for instance, the long tail keyword tool, I pay one-time fee and it's unlimited. What does that mean? That means it costs you no credits because it only costs me a one-time fee, right? So that's an unlimited situation where I get unlimited. That means you get unlimited. That means you don't even have to spend any credits. So there's a lot. There's only a few tools where you're going to spend credits, but they can add up. I mean, adding domains. Rank Tracker costs money because I'm limited. I have to buy a package of keywords. So I've got to spend some credits there. You have to spend your credits. I have to spend my credits. Rank Tracker Mobile, same way. Credits. Domain tools. The bulk analyzer. The bulk analyzer is free. But if you dig deep, if you dig into those backlinks and those anchor texts, that's where I get charged. So credits are used, when you're finding domains, when you're tracking keywords, and when you're using the keyword tools. Okay, those 3 places is where your credits are used. And, you know, you got to find domains, you got to do keyword research, and you got to track. So, but it just depends on how big you are right now. You know, I mean, you know, if you're just starting out, if you don't really understand what's going on, then don't buy this one. You know, don't get it that one. But I promise you, man, if you want to make $10,000 a month doing SEO for your local dentist, this is what I would recommend that you do, because this is what we do. All right, your account will be completely updated after the purchase if you use the same email or username you used. If you decide to use a different email address or username, you will get a brand new account. It's probably best to use a different email address and username combinations when creating the account there. Why would it be best, Branko? Why wouldn't they just use the same one?
Well, they can, but I wonder if
because what about all the reports in Mobile Prospector?
Yeah, well, they can switch or they can upgrade the account and keep them all at one place. It's a matter of choice.
I would say use the same. Yeah, the fastest way to make ROI is build a private blog network and use the lead generation tools and approach someone in your local town and let them know that they have problems with their online media presence and you're here to fix them. And the easiest and fastest way to fix them is to get them ranked in Google on the first page. And if you have a private blog network with any strength whatsoever, I showed you what I did in 2 weeks with VTech Dinos, which is not a local term. It is a highly competitive phrase. And all I did was post content onto a private blog network and pointed links back, you know, back to the money site. And just watch the rankings jump. But it wasn't even like I was worried that it wasn't going to happen. It was, you know, the guys challenged me. I'm like, yeah, we'll check back. I didn't think it would go in 2 weeks, but hey, I thought it would be take a little longer than that. Who writes my content? I've got a couple of different content writers. I actually people approach me all the time and want jobs. You know, hey, can I do this and that for you? You know, most of the people I say, no, sorry, we're full. But this one lady convinced me that she would do a really good job writing content. And so I brought her on. And you know what? Actually, I've been really thinking about this a lot. And I know content's a big deal. And what I was thinking about doing was putting in, Branko, I haven't even told you this yet. I try not to fill you with all my ideas all the time. But what I was going to do is in the Post and Link Manager, like I told you guys, Post and Link Manager's got a lot more to go into it. It doesn't do half the stuff that it's going to do. But what I'm going to do probably is put in. I'm going to allow you to order content. That's what I'm getting down to. But it's going to cost you some credits. Obviously, anything that costs me money, you know, I can't go broke with making a product. But I try to break even. But right around in here, we're going to say order content. Put in URL, money content, and then you're going to submit the button, and it's going to go out to Branko. We're going to have another administration area where these new team of writers can take that content, take those inputs, create the content, and then submit it back into your dashboard, and then you use that content to post your blogs. And then all you have, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. And then all you have to do is whenever you paste your content, paste your article into your system, into your box or whatever you want to call it, right? You want to add a new article. All you're really going to have to do now is paste your article and then hyperlink whichever word you want to point out your money site. So, so we're going to be able to, I'm still working out the first couple of batches I've ordered from her were really good, man. Can't argue with the quality and the price. So I'm going to toss this in here pretty soon. I'm just working out the details on that. Yeah, Sebastian, you don't have all those links because you're not fully upgraded to the SEO Command Center. You just have the Cloud Prospect Machine version. But it's at SEOcommandcenter.com/CPN. Costs a little bit of money to join, but if you're into, if you want to do SEO, if you want to do client SEO, if you want to rank local lead gen sites, if you've ever heard about anybody making money selling leads online, I sold a company for $2 million that sold leads online. So I'm pretty cool with making lead gen sites. I like it a lot. Pay-per-call is good. There's a lot of software out there now. Thought about making my own pay-per-call software a while back, but I decided to focus on the Command Center instead. I think the Command Center is the foundation. If you don't have the right private blog networks and the right tools to get the clients the phone calls, then what good are the phone call software, right? So we're focused on this. I probably will make one someday, but I know Paul Clifford. Paul's a cool dude. I'm going to tell him I was on a webinar yesterday and someone said I need to contact you because you were a genius. What's up? For content creating ideas. Okay. Yeah, I usually keep tabs on what Paul's doing. Maybe I haven't looked at page one. If you say it's good, you wouldn't be saying that if you didn't think it was bad. So, all right, guys, we're going to be closing this up. I know it's getting late, and a lot of people are, waiting for me to say something else. But I think we've been on here long enough. 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's pretty long. A lot of information. Just getting started in the business. I don't know what all the tools are for or how long the offer will be available. And is there a payment plan? A lot of information. Yes, like I said, I screamed through it, and I don't want you to feel lost in saying that, because a lot of people tell me that, like, wow, you just blew my mind to bits, and I understand that. I get it. And it's probably, that's me to a fault to some degree, right? I mean, this is just my mind at work, basically. And I know it's crazy. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. That's why I made the Blog Network Blueprint course. Trust me, log into this course, spend 2 hours watching all the videos and understanding what I'm talking about, and I brought Clinton in to help me teach this course, because I think Clinton does a better job of just, staying more focused to the point, because I think my brain is too much, ADHD going on up there. And been doing this too long, right? I got too much stuff going on. But the course really helps explain everything. If you guys want, we can do another webinar like we did. As a matter of fact, count on it. All right, we'll do another webinar next week, answer all your questions, go over some more details about this, hopefully get some feedback, and add some more cool stuff. So a lot of information, just getting started in the business. Don't know what all the tools are for. What all the tools are for are basically building, maintaining, what I call it, building, hosting, and posting a private blog network. That has to be the foundation of your SEO. Or you can just do it the white hat way and just, beg for a link. I don't know, call people up. Hey, you've got a really popular blog. Can I get a link? Click. Doesn't work, but you could do that. You have to build a private blog network. Does Google say, no, don't do that? Yeah, they do. But the Google police isn't that strong. I've never seen a police car pull up at my door, say Google on it. Whatever. So it's how we do SEO, and the reason why they come after private blog networks is because they work, and they work very well. Okay, let me read some more questions here. Sebastian, you added your Google Speed Test API and you're being prompted to receive 500 bonus credits doing so. I don't see the credits, and I guess it doesn't know where I should see the credits and what they're for. Right. Racco, that's confusing people that are just Cloud Prospect Machine, because the Cloud Prospect Machine does not use any credits, but that's a global message to all of our search engine optimization, SEO Command Center users, because so the people that are in the full system, they see that and they know what credits are for, and they get to use them on their stuff. So Sebastian, when you upgrade to You know what? Right now, Branko, right now, everybody that buys right now, forget this. I'm giving everyone, because I know what you're talking about, because I saw that and I was like, wow, that's going to confuse some people. So right now, I am going to say right now that every single plan gets an additional 500. I'm making a ruling that everyone gets 500 additional credits. You hear me, Brack?
Okay.
Everyone that gets the command center, from, if you're a cloud prospect machine user, and if you're on this call, you probably are, everyone automatically gets bumped up 2,000 credits, 5,500 credits, and 12,500 credits. I'm issuing an edict. Is that what they call it? Marko Vasic, are you still with me?
And guys, do feel free to ask any question that you want.
Because Marko is, how many of you guys know Marko? How many of you guys have had a response from Marko? Yes. He's awesome, ain't he? Can I explain how PBN works with the different levels? Well, it's not really a different level here. It's basically how experienced are you, right? How you know, if you completely know what you're doing, and PBNs, if you were like, when I said PBN and you said, good God, man, where do I sign up? Then you're Premier 3, right? You want to just look for as many domains as you can. You already know what's going on, and you're going to look, these tools, like it says up here, you got to buy all this stuff if you're going to do this. You really do. Otherwise, you're kind of going to be flailing along, missing the boat, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I mean, if you're not spending money, you're not committed. And if you're not spending money, you're not getting data that you need to be successful. You can't do this without data. And there's so much money to be had. There's so many local businesses out there, so many people. And all you got to do is rank a couple of sites and go, hey, look what I did. What did the last guy that did SEO for you do? Oh, they got you penalized? Look what I can do. And this isn't going to get you penalized. So this stuff costs you this is going to cost you over $500 a month. I mean, seriously, if you think about it. But anyway, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I mean, you get it. All you guys understand. So different levels. Premier 1, if you're just first starting out, you know, look at there. Good job, Brank. Already changed that. Right there. So now you guys locked in stone. Everybody got 500 more credits. Okay. So yeah, if you're just starting out, you know, you need to hop on this. This will give you enough credits to do some looking for some domains. It will give you enough credits to start entering in your domains for rank tracking. It'll give you enough credits for some keyword research. Everything else on the system doesn't use credits. So it's not like you need 20,000 credits a month, unless you're analyzing 100,000 domains, like I said a minute ago. But you know, you got to know people to get that many domains in your possession, right? I mean, you know, so finding domains is a big deal, and you need credits to do that, because you got to look at the backlinks in the anchor profile. I pretty much, if you're really going to make it in this business, you're probably going to want to do, you know, you're probably going to need this many credits, because you're going to want to try and build as big a blog network as you can. But that's up to you. Just up to you. How much you charge local businesses? You know, I've got some clients that one's in there too. But anyway, so it's between $250 and $3,000 a month for a good. Like if you can rank a lawyer for personal injury, right? Personal injury lawyer or DUI lawyer, that's $3,000 to $5,000 a month. That's not hard. I got a lot of friends that do that. I've actually just kind of started. I used to have some lawyers for clients, but like I said, some of them are a-holes, and I got a couple of a-holes. So I quit doing lawyers for a little while. But I'm actually on the path now, working with another guy in the lawyer field. All right, so man, we're getting long here, so we're going to have to get off pretty soon. I keep seeing the payment plan on here. You know, I can't make it so cheap that, you know, just everybody gets, because the more people, you know, even me included, the more people we get, you know, the more we have to, you know, we have to answer support tickets, right? We have to help you. We have to help each and every person. And if it were just $29 a month, I guarantee you, if this thing were just $29 a month, every single person that's sitting on this webinar would have bought it. Am I right? And then we would just be inundated, you know? We would just be crushed. And we would never get anything done for anyone. You know? I mean, I know. I mean, I've done this webinar maybe 3 times, and everyone, up until they see the price, are just like, good God, let me buy it. But then it's like 5 bills. They're like, well, I have to think about that. And I understand that. But I can't just let everyone in for, you know, for peanuts, because then it would just kill it. Would kill us. So I apologize, man. I wish I could. You know, I feel for. I mean, I know how it is starting online. I guess I know how it is. I was so young and dumb when I first started online that I just basically just went on a whim and quit my job. You told them, you could take this job and shove it. I'm going home to get on AOL. I want to make money on AOL, damn it. I had no idea what I was doing. America Online. Anybody remember that? Dial up. That's where I started. I started selling modems. I started selling dial-up modems online because AOL charged by the minute. And I saw that costs a lot of money when you're, you know, hanging around on there. AOL, hell, yeah. I sold modems. I sold modems to people via fax. I would put an order form out there. It was a little call to action on top. You know, zoom across the internet. Did you know you're paying by the minute? Did you know you can double your speed by buying this here modem? Fill out this form and fax it to me. They'd fax it to me. I'd turn around and process their credit card through my little modem terminal, and then I would turn around and put it in the other way in my fax machine and send it to my drop shipper. And that's how I first ever started making money online, through fax machines and modems. Pretty cool. All right, hold on. Let me talk to Branko real quick. Okay, guys, we're going to set up a payment plan. I've got to do a little bit of work over here. Branko's working on something on the back, and we'll get this added in. So give me a few minutes. Okay, hold on, guys. Coming right at you. Someone asked, will this be available in a few weeks? This probably won't be open in a few weeks like this, but you know, if you're a CPM user, you know, I just submit something to me and see what we can do. Payment plan, okay. Yeah, all the features from Cloud Prospect Machine are part of the SEO Command Center, and yeah, agency plan. I'm referring to your PBN versus the one on GVZoo. Oh, the Blog Network Blueprint that's included with the SEO Command Center is the exact same one that's on JVZoo. Okay, let's see if this URL works. All right, I'm going to put this into the chat box. Branko, edit this up for me. Forgot that. Add those credits. Yeah, now we got the 2 times. You know, I think everyone's got an understanding of, you know, what the SEO Command Center does, and you know, I wish I could explain it in, you know, on a sales page or a couple of videos, but there's just too much to it, you know, and a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of people out there that'll sell you a $17 ebook that'll make you an SEO millionaire overnight, but the truth of the matter is that shit don't work. You know, how many of you are on this call right now, bought a $27 ebook or a $27 plugin that ranked your sites on the first page of Google. I know everybody bought something with it that's called page one something, rank attacker. How many, go ahead. I want to see how many people have ever bought a $27 plugin and used it and they ranked on, oh, Michael says, what was it called, Michael? Yeah, not worked. You're just kidding with me. Yeah. I mean, I buy everybody's stuff and I take a look at it and, I try to decipher, I know it's not going to do what the, I know it's probably not going to rank the word VTech Dinos on the first page of Google, but I try to look at it and see, okay, what does this do? Because it usually does something that does pretty good. It usually does something that not be worthwhile because, stuff's made by people who, So I look at it and say, this is something that I could sort of reorganize, rework, retool that would be beneficial. Don't always get there though. Someone says, I'm on page one for the term, this plugin will never rank you on page one. That's funny. All right, guys. Well, we're going to have to close this down. I can smell the dinner cooking in the other room. And I got some friends and family coming over tonight. We're going to have a little powwow, play some foosball, have some burgers. We're going to wrap it up, guys. I know that already that people are going to see the length of this replay and not even watch it. I'll probably leave this page up for probably till Friday. I don't know. It only gives you 3 days. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll probably leave this page up until 25th. I'll give you guys a few days to think about it, and we'll close it down on the 25th. That works. I know a lot of people need to think about it. So, all right. Well, thanks everyone so much for joining us, and I had a blast. I know I got excited and actually broke a sweat teaching tonight. And all right. Well, I guess we're signing off, and we'll catch everybody on the flip side. And thank you, David Branco. Thank you for sitting on here with us. Marco Vosic, thank you for helping with the questions. Thanks you. Thanks, Simon.
Not a problem.
Okay, guys. Have a great night. Talk again soon. Bye.